How you doing? You get out yesterday? Hey, I'm Ken. Yeah. What the hell you in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
I'd like to say good evening to everyone. Today is May the 4th, 2026. We are here live stream and the City Hall, here at City Hall. You can go online to see us at our city webpage. And we are here and on the fourth floor here at City Hall for our meeting for tonight. And this is our work session. And at this time, we would like to go ahead and call our meeting to order. At this time, I would like to get an approval of our agenda for tonight.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, it has been motioned and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, show of hands. All those opposed, same sign. All right, thank you, council. At this time, it brings us to our next item on the agenda is our speaker appearance. If we do, you're welcome to come at this time if you have anything to say. Just state your name, and you have 3 minutes. Your name and your address.
Good evening.
Big thing.
I'm Jerome Jester, 115 Lincoln Street, Camillus, Georgia. After reading about the 2 founders for the administrator's position for the city of Camillus, I became overly concerned. And in doing so, I called each elected official and asked if I could speak with them face to face. I spoke with 4 out of the 5 elected officials. Councilman Parker and I could not get a time agreement, so I did not speak with him about this issue. I said to each of the elected officials, I'm not here to influence you, to encourage you, to ask you to vote for anyone. I'm here to discuss a concern that I have. After reading about the 2 founders, I inquired about the founders from Americus, Georgia. And my founder was not pleasing to me. There were elements of criminality or criminalization in my finding. So my first question was, how does a person with this type of background make the final list of 2 for my city, the city of Camilla? People ask me, what did I find? I said, it is not my responsibility to contaminate your mind with what I find. I am suggesting to you to inquire, to investigate, to check the references and find out for yourself. Mind you, I said, I am not here to contaminate your mind with my findings. You go and investigate with a clear mind for yourself. No one said, okay, I will inquire. I'll do my own investigation. There was a discussion about interviews. My take, after 34 years of hiring people, evaluating people, interviewing people, I discovered some people are excellent interviewers, but they cannot perform on the job. Only thing I said, only thing I gave to them about my experience, suggestion to you, to them, don't accept everything you hear at the interview. Some people are good at it. Check some background. Check some references to see if that person is a good take for the city of Camilla. I heard things like one person could not answer some questions about the administration. Sometimes when you make a mistake on one job, you do a better on the other job. You cannot be an expert in 3 or 4 responsibilities. I agree, maybe 1 or 2, but not several.
You have 30 seconds, Mr. Justice.
My suggestion for all of those who I've spoken, and to you today, tonight, check the background of one of those finalists from Americus, Georgia. I know what I found. And I collaborated to find it by speaking with more than one person. 34 years of hiring people. I only hired one person that had been dismissed from another school system. She lasted about 3 months, and we dismissed her. I do not understand how a person dismissed from one city government made the final list of this city government. We can do better than that.
Mr. Justice, I have a question for you.
It's a question.
Yes, I have a question for you. Yes, sir. Councilman Hall, as you stated that you did not talk to me, and kind of understood, but you just referenced to some people that you talked with said that there were interviewers that could not answer questions. Could you elaborate and tell me who was those people that said that people couldn't answer interview questions.
I will tell you what I told the people I spoke with. I do not believe in contaminating people's mind by the conversation I had with each of the 4 elected officials. I do not believe in discussing what we discussed to anyone else.
And I understand, but you just said publicly that the people that you talked to, the 4 council members that you talked to, that they disclosed to you that there was people, interviewers that could not answer questions.
Not interviewers. Not interviewers.
Listen, talking to Mr. Jefferson.
I understand, but I know what he said.
I'm talking to Mr. Jefferson. He answered very well for himself.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
He was making an example.
No, if I said that, that's a misunderstanding. I did not mean that.
Thank you for clearing it up. because
Not
that's what
interviewers
said.
could not
said.
answer questions. That were questions stated, that was a conversation stated about the 2 finalists.
That could not answer questions?
And, people were giving their views and take on the 2 finalists.
And this discussion was had with you out of the 4 council members that you had a conversation.
That's correct. I am reporting to you
Okay.
my concern about the issue. And the 4 people I spoke with, eyeball to eyeball, face to face, about that issue, only that issue.
That they could not answer questions in the interview. Thank you.
No, I did not ask them any questions.
No, I didn't say you asked them a question. You said that they said that the interviewer could not answer
No.
questions.
Nothing to do with the interviewers. In a conversation about the 2 finalists.
So there was interviewers at one point. The 2 finalists was an interviewer at one point. Is that
At one
correct?
time, they were interviewed at one
They were
point.
interviewed at one point.
Yes,
So the conversation that was being held was about those individuals that was in the interview.
that were interviewed, yes. But that conversation had nothing to do with the interview process. That conversation was a conversation about the 2 finalists in general.
I understand, but I beg to differ, Mr. Justice, that you make claims that the interviewers could not answer questions. And the only thing that I can come to my recollection is that the people that you talked with had to disclose interview questions or saying something about the process of the interview in order to arrive at they could not answer questions. That's the only thing that I can arrive to at this point. That it had to be that conversation that was had.
Your entire concept
Yes,
is
sir.
incorrect. The
Understood.
conversation that I gave to you had nothing to do about the interview process. That was a conversation about the 2 finalists in general. Nothing to do with the interview process. Some people were given their take about each one of the finalists. People were given their take. Nothing to do with interview process. Their take about each one of the finalists. And one person said in a conversation, one of the finalists, nothing to do with interview, a whole different conversation. Before the interview process, I asked the person some questions they could not answer. Am I clarifying what I'm attempting to say?
So yes, the council member did a question they could not answer.
Council member said in talking with one of the finalists that there were questions that the person could not answer before the interview process. Nothing to do with the interview. It might have been 2 or 3 weeks before the interview. But in talking with a person, they could not answer the question satisfactorily to them. Just forget about the interview. That conversation happened beforehand.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
No, thank you.
Are you welcome?
All right, any other speaker appearance at this time? Hearing none, we're going to go ahead and go with, continue on our agenda for tonight. And tonight, we do have a action item that we'll be voting on tonight. This is a proclamation for Mental Health Month. And we hope that each of you look through your package and you're able to look at the proclamation. And at this time, could I get a motion to get this
Motion
proclamation?
to approve.
Second.
All right, any discussion on that?
Just like to say, what a great opportunity to really highlight mental health. I see some faces here that are advocates, and does a great job, I think, around mental health. We all know that mental health is real, dealing with the society in which we live in now, but dealing with everything from government to high prices in food, gas, a lot of things that's going on in this world today. And it is heavily weighing on mental health. So what better time than to acknowledge that mental health is real, and that there is help for those that deal with and have those issues. There is help for you. So just like to just highlight that, and appreciate this proclamation from the city of Camilla to recognize mental health.
Any other discussion before we read the proclamation into the minutes? All right, the proclamation, the City of Camilla's proclamation, Mental Health Month. It says, whereas in one of 4 experiences, an adult experiences mental health disorder in giving yearly, and whereas 1 in 17 adults live with a serious mental illness such as schizophrenic, major depression, or bipolar disorder. And whereas approximately 1 in 10 children live with a serious mental or emotional disorder. And whereas mental illness or biological illness affect the function of ruling organs of the body, the human brain. And whereas, even over the past year, have caused extraordinary stress on all citizens. And whereas people living with mental illness can recover if given the necessary service and support in their community. And whereas fewer than 1/3 of adults and 1/2 of children with the diagnosable mental disorder receive mental health service in a given year. And whereas many people who would benefit from mental health services avoid seeking help due to the stigma and fear of discrimination. And whereas greater public awareness about mental illness can change negative attitudes toward people with mental illness. Now, therefore, I, the Honorable Mayor Pro Tem, and on behalf of the City of Camilla Council, do hereby proclaim that the month of May 2026 as Mental Health Month in Camilla, Georgia. I further call upon our citizens, government agency, public and private institution, businesses, and school to commit in increasing awareness and understanding of mental illness, to fight the stigma and discrimination, and to promote appropriate and accessible services for all people living with mental illness. In witnessing whereof, I have unto set my hand on and caused the seal of the City of Camilla to affix this 4th day of May 2026. City of Camilla, Mayor Pro Tem Dwayne Burley, and Cheryl Ford Clark. So at this time, we would like to, we have some representatives here with us tonight. Okay. All right. And we're going to present this proclamation to you. At this time, it has been motioned, and at this time, and second, at this time, all those in favor, show of hands. All those opposed, same sign. All right, that motion has been carried. And now we will present this to the young ladies that are here tonight. We can step forward.
Three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you.
I guess I want to take a picture.
Thank you.
Once again, I want to thank you, council, for taking action on that for tonight. And at this time, we want to move right along on our agenda for tonight. And now that brings us down to our discussion item. And tonight, our first discussion item is by Law Enforcement Foundation. And we're going to have Chief Hendrick and Lieutenant Larson to come up and present for us tonight.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Lieutenant Larson with Camilla Police Department. So tonight we're going to be discussing the Law Enforcement Foundation that the Camilla Police Department has started. So back in 2023, legislation was passed that allows Georgia taxpayers to claim tax credit for supporting local public safety efforts by contributing to qualified law enforcement foundations, which we've started, Camilla Police Department Foundation. Donations made by individuals and or businesses will be used to assist the police department. These donated funds will be used to supplement the department's needs for equipment and training, which are currently not covered under this year's budget. And the Camilla Police Department also will be using hopefully some of these funds that we received or give back to the community. We're hoping to start a Citizens Police Academy and a Youth Explorers program.
And a lot of it, what I was thinking about down the road is in the future is this: our car camera systems, these things aren't cheap. They're about 8 years old. They're going to start having to be rotated out. They're about $5,000 per car. We're going to have to budget them things down the road. If this kicks off and works like there are in other cities, as this money, if it gets donated in, the city can also use that toward them expenses instead of trying to come up with it in the budget. We can use this type of money for offset some of those costs. Replacement of tasers that we have to do periodically. It's another source of funding without the city trying to come up with that in the budget. It will help offset those costs. And it's strictly a volunteer. I mean, businesses may not decide to contribute. We don't know what this is going to do, if it'll work or not. But it's not just for businesses, it's individuals can do it. It is strictly a tax write-off. Instead of giving your money to the state of Georgia, you can donate it to the Camilla Police Department Foundation. They will write the checks. It goes to a separate account the city will keep up with. Lisa will oversee it. And any money spent out of that, the city will write the check. It's how it will be set up. And then at the end of the year, they will be given something for them to turn in with their taxes. So that's basically what this program is. It's strictly a volunteer. If somebody wants to donate, they can. If they don't, we just won't have it. But it's something that a lot of other cities have started. It's successful there. We thought we'd give it a shot to try to help offset some costs to the city. And we had to form the foundation in order to even try it. So we just wanted to let council know what we're trying to do.
May I ask, have you formed the
We have
foundation?
formed.
Okay,
It's done.
so part A is done. So do we need to make some kind of formal recognition of that?
Well, basically it's done. It's just, we just wanted to let y'all know what was going on to basically just get your blessings, but state of Georgia says we're
You can
legal
do
to do it.
Okay, so have you got a plan for soliciting the funds?
That's my plan.
Okay.
She's handled our shop with a cop. She's handled all her other stuff, so she's gonna get basically a letter, and she's gonna send it
That
out
was
to
my
the
suggestion.
businesses, go
Sometimes just a-
around, and we're gonna publicize it and try to get it out to everybody to, look, you'd rather give your money to the state of Georgia, go ahead, but look, you can put your tax dollars to work here locally.
In the event of postage, Ms. Ford, is this something we could include in utility bills?
I mean, we got our own internal platform, so we can help them out.
So that would cover the city limits, and
And you
that's
don't, and you
everybody
just
that's on
don't, and
city
you don't have,
utilities.
yeah, but you don't have to be just a member of the city. of
Right,
Columbia.
exactly, but
We
just
take
for
it from-
starters, if you
Right.
wanted to save on postage, if it's already going out, that could be a good way to get that message out.
So we just wanted to make y'all aware of it.
If I'm not mistaken, Chief Henry, when we talked about this last month, you were out, not available, didn't Alicia tell us we need to adopt a resolution that council would need to take some form of action?
It's here.
Attorney?
She may have, I don't
I
know.
think that's what I recall her saying.
The manager, I was going to comment that I think if the city is going to form a foundation, that the council has to formally authorize that. So I would like to take a look into this a little bit, a little closer. I think when the idea was first brought to me, I told Cheryl as well as the police department, of course, take the council to see if they would be interested in you all forming a foundation, and then once council has given any form of blessing with as of sorts, we could put together a proper resolution authorization. But I would like to look into confirming that we need council's formal approval before it's formed.
Thank you, Madam Attorney, for that.
So I guess I'm gonna ask for at least 3 council members to get it on the agenda, awaiting Alicia's guidance on, just to make sure we get it.
It should be ready next week.
So I'll ask the question as well. I heard you talk about Police Academy. Have that program or outline been written, and is it in writing? Is there a document?
We have one that the cost of it, the things cost to do, and we don't have it in the budget. We had tried to do one a couple of years ago. Other agencies has one that we can go and mirror and get some stuff off of to do it. But our budget for that kind of stuff, we don't have. But we can take money from this to do that. We can use it for anything but salaries. We cannot use it to pay salaries. That money can be used for anything but paying salary.
And don't forget your churches.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any other discussion or questions? Chief Hendricks?
Sure. Well, not certainly sure, but I think there was a $10,000 maybe been in the budget for mental health and crime prevention.
I think former Councilman Morgan had requested funding to put in there.
Yes.
Well, I have to look at the line item, it was around 10,000.
Yes.
I think I was tired.
So I would ask that when we start to talk about these things and say that we don't have money in the budget, there is money in the budget for these types of programs. It's just an idea, it's just more just taking the opportunity to dig into it, be serious and intentional about doing these programs. But there is money that is already outlined in the budget for these types of programs. Thank you.
Any other discussion, questions? All right, once again, I want to thank you, Chief and Lieutenant Larson, for that information there. And
We'll hold off sending out letters and stuff until I can hear back from y'all in return.
all right, thank you. Okay, we're gonna move right along on our discussion, item for tonight. Item number 2 is the comprehensive plan, steering committee. Do we have,
I'm just looking for volunteers if anybody's available to serve on the committee. I had asked,
I would like to volunteer to serve.
Ms. Reddick, how many did she want from us? And I can't get a reply back from her yet. I'm sure when she gets my email, she'll answer me.
I can do it.
Anybody else?
I got a discussion, a comment. So my comment is surrounding this comprehensive plan. When I think about the comprehensive plan, I think about plan first designation and the different types of things that we have obtained recently. This year have taken advantage of. We talk about visionary city, the outstanding work that this council have took part in. Not some of you in this current council, some of you not. But as I think about it, stuff, as I said, plan first destination is directly related to our comprehensive plan. I'm so grateful for our city manager, Cheryl Ford. Our interim city manager, let me correct that, our interim city manager. Because Cheryl was the one helped draw and made this comprehensive plan for the city of Camilla. She helped wrote the application for first time. In Camilla, 170 years history, we became a plan first city. We now enjoy lower interest rates on G for loans, saving the citizen thousands of dollars in interest. Just because we're a plan first city, we could take advantage of that. Other things such as CDBG grants, $3 million that the city of Camilla can get because we're a plan first city. But ask me how much of that has this council up on the table? Have not taken advantage of it. Because we run around trying to find things that we can take away. Numerous of programs we could have been took advantage of in the past 15 months. We have left millions of dollars on the table. I bring this up because simply it's serious. It's about who want to do the work around here. It's about being intentional around here. Not raising the rates. No, we don't have to. But it's about being intentional, doing things that need to be done, taking advantage of the opportunity that we have. This designation awards us this. But we can take the agenda for tonight in itself. And it tells you, it lays out what some around this table are capable of doing, or have the intention of doing. That's absolutely nothing. And I'll go a step further to say, over half of one district delegation voted not for the resource center, the gymnasium, voted not to have it. But who could beat them at those snapshots when it's time to be recognized? All I'm saying, be intentional. And because we already have an interim city manager that already doing the job and doing a great job in that. So, Mr. Justin, I concur with you. Yeah, we have someone doing the job. We've been doing a great job there. How you get at that?
I just want to add, the designations that you speak of are a direct result of following through on the comprehensive plan. The steps that were outlined in the previous comprehensive plan, I think the council, before I became a member, did an outstanding job of fulfilling those needs that were set out. So I think that's why it's really important this time when the new plan is formed that we are very careful and specific and put the ideas that we want going forward so that we're able to follow the plan.
And you made a great point, and that's why I would recommend that we don't look to this council. Maybe we need to look outside of this council for the steering committee. Because again, over half of one of the district delegations voted not for the resource center, the gymnasium. And these are the things that was in our comprehensive plan for the whole delegation, in which now you serve on as well, voted not for these things. So if it wasn't for the other delegation and the mayor, would we be following comprehensive plan? What would be eligible for a Plan First application? That Plan First application was done by none other. We wouldn't be eligible if we had to leave it up to a delegation that said no. But we are only eligible because there was a delegation that said yes. Yes to our kids. Yes to a better future. Yes to a better quality of life.
I agree.
That's what happened.
Going forward, not backward, but going forward, I think it's very important that we get a good comprehensive plan that we are able to follow.
Maybe we got one. I just think we need to look outside this council as far as the members of the steering committee. Because we already had people of this council that was on the steering committee that absolutely voted not to do these things in our comprehensive plan. That's my opinion.
Well, I mean, I think the handouts, give you, suggestions on who else can be on the steering committee. I mean, if there's interested citizens, then they definitely need to reach out.
Most definitely. But I just want to bring that to,
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, I was gonna add that it shouldn't be a committee just of elected officials. It could be, local residents, leaders,
yes.
staff. So it should be comprised of a number of individuals. I'm not looking at the handout present, but it should look like a variation of those individuals. Just a comment.
And definitely not two people in the same delegation of this council.
Yeah, Ms. Ford said that we can kind of do a recruitment, and I do agree with that.
We do need
We
elected
need to, we need at least an elected official as far as citizens, business owners, and, as our outline state, any stakeholders that are around that would like to get that opportunity to be a part of this committee. Because it comes to the point that where we can look at it as one thing, one way as elected official, but you got those who are not in the field that actually know what they want or what the needs are. So it would be very great to just have those individuals on there as well. So maybe we can just possibly just get one from the council and kind of move it around to our citizens and businesses, and we can kind of go from there. Because I don't know how many she want on that committee. So,
I think we can send recommendations in to Cheryl. and, we can take this into, Monday night. I would say.
I mean, I'm not really asking y'all to vote on it, because I mean, we're basically taking, I mean, if y'all want to vote on it, obviously you can, but I'm just kind of looking at people that will serve on the sphere. So it's not, they're not really appointed by the council, so
Could we advertise it
I can put it on the
and
Facebook.
possibly have
Put
something?
it on the city page.
Yeah, so that we can have something, at least we can see where we're standing and just put it in all those categories that we're looking for.
You know, I would probably recommend a representative from each district.
Yes,
I mean, you kind of need some balanced representation.
yeah, we can have a volunteer for District 1, have a volunteer from District 2, and those would be your 2 elected officials. And then we can get, yeah, from the other categories, from citizens to businesses, and kind of go from there. And I think that would be accommodated there. So could we get a volunteer from District 1?
I will volunteer.
From District 1 and a volunteer from District 2.
I'll still be available if Ms. Marine does not.
I'll bring that to serve.
Okay, Mr. Ring.
I think before, Mayor Pro Tem, all the council members were certain.
Who's this?
All of them served.
She's up there.
I mean, I think that's still an option if y'all want to do it for that.
I think we find what we have agreed on.
I think any of them that want to be on it should be allowed to. It doesn't say that in this paperwork.
Yeah, so it's just a volunteer.
Volunteer
For the meeting, I know I was late, but from what I
I mean,
gathered,
like I said, I posed a question to her mid last week and I still haven't got a response. So I don't know how many spots she's looking to fill from the city of Camille.
I'm just curious, Shell, I think that would be accommodating. So that is not, since this does not have to be a council approval that way.
So, I mean, at best, we will be given, if everybody doesn't participate, we'll be given updates. I would hope whoever is serving on that steering committee will be providing updates to the entire council. Just kind of put everything staying.
All right, thank you very much. And even with this outline here that they have in this letter that we have, historical preservation, public safety, transportation, recreation and housing, and faith-bound organizations and local, local businesses and stuff of that nature. So we can kind of reach out to all of those areas to make sure we don't forget anybody. All right. Any more discussions on that? All right. Hearing none, we're going to move to our last discussion item for today, and this is discussion item number 3, and this is railroad crossing. And we're going to have Luke to kind of elaborate a little bit on this.
So we've been in discussions with the railroad about 3 of our crossings, one on North Ellis, Laurel Lane, and Bags Ferry. They sent us in agreement. We're waiting for council approval with it. But with that, we would like to present a figure amount. We're waiting for the quotes to come in. Hopefully by Monday, I'll at least have 1 or 2 of them in to kind of give y'all a dollar figure. We have the last one, the last project was 4 crossings. We can send that out with the agenda for next week.
This is to fix the.
Fix the railroad crossings.
crossing.
Similar to what we did on Fuller Street, McDonald, North Butler Alley last year.
So we
2 years ago.
So you're going to have bids for this for next week?
Quotes.
Quotes, okay.
We hope this to happen by next month, so we can go ahead with GDOT's already, the railroad crossing has already sent me some form of contract, so we're trying to expedite it. So hopefully y'all can vote on the quotes next Monday.
Can I get 3 council members like to see this as an action item for next week? All right. Okay, thank you, Council. So we'll have that on the agenda for next week. And
Everything grants.
No, it'd be T-Splosh.
any other discussion on that? All right, this brings us down to our final discussion tonight is others. At this time, I'll go around the table and see do any other council members have anything that they would like to share with us tonight. Councilmember Ring, we'll start with you.
Just a big thank you to the electric department. I know that there was a transformer that blew late Friday night, over in my district, and I appreciate the workers that went out and got the power turned back on Friday night, 11:30. So, just a thank you.
Thank you. All right, Councilman.
I'd like to piggyback on that. We, my lights were out. I'm always happy to have somebody come back on. Appreciate the city for all they do. City workers for all they do.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Councilman Paul.
Good evening. What a joy. What a joy. And I say a joy because I'm wearing this Mitchell County Eagles track and field. They're out today, and I can't even think of the school there, but they're out of town near Statesboro, and they're participating in the state track and field meet. And I'm just happy to say that as of right now, our boys is killing me with 81 points on top of Early County and several more schools. So it looked like our boys will be bringing home another championship to Mitchell County, to the middle of Georgia. Just so want to just relate that message and just say, go Eagles.
3 years on the road, they do.
It has to be 4,
3 state
and
champions.
three state champion by region. Back to back.
All right, Councilman Paul.
Again, talking about the power outage, to thank the utility department for their dedicated work, and the weather's never perfect when those things happen, and it was not perfect Friday night, to say the least. But they got it back on in a reasonable time. I don't think anyone suffered very much. So there again, thank them for doing their job.
Thank you. Before I close out, I would like to, first of all, I'd like to thank all of the citizens that paid their tribute to the former mayor, Larry Joe Haywood. Also, I'd like to thank Chief, the fire department. What's his name?
Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan, just like that. Chief Sullivan, for all that he did. Thank Cheryl for kind of spearheading that. Once I asked them, they went to work and they did what they had to do. But it was a beautiful tribute of our American flag standing over the City Hall as the funeral procession passed through, going to the cemetery. And the family was very grateful, thankful for was doing that. So I just want to thank the city for doing an exceptional job in her honor. And we want to thank her and just continue to keep her and her family in you all's prayer as well. So
Her daughter had a really nice tribute on Facebook about that. It was very nice.
I just wanted to just say 2 things, please. The doors were locked. Trying to come up here. I went from door to door to door to door. They were locked. It has a sign on there what the meeting was, but couldn't get into one of the city police officers came to let me in. So I don't know if you want to kind of make sure that public key come in, because I had something I wanted to address the council about, but couldn't get in.
I'm sorry for that. Council, do you all have any problems with addressing we need to address to Ms. Nelson tonight?
I don't have a problem.
All right, Mr. Step forward and address that for us, please.
Well, thank you, and I was on time, but, my issue is, the trash
I'm sorry,
service.
one moment, could you state your name?
I'm sorry. My name is Bruce Williams, and I stay on MacArthur Drive here in Camilla here. And I think one of the problems with trash service is our house is the only house on that street going onto 19 there. I'm gonna say the highway there. But yeah, 19. But my problem, they want to pick up the trash when they want to pick it up, and it irked me. I mean, it really irked me because I am particular about paying my bills. I mean, I got good credit, I pay my bills on time, and I asked that the city council be my voice, because we moved here from Atlanta, to help me out on this. Because I come to City Hall, the City Hall lady said, hey, look, we notify the councilman. So I don't know if you will keep data on how many complaints you get, because it's ridiculous that we have to go a week without trash getting picked up, and the service been paid for. And I just can't get it. I mean, they don't want to do the job, but the city don't want to force them to do the job. Then let me know that I can just stop paying the bill, and I can take it to the landfill over here. And I can save that money, and everybody be happy. My family be happy. I won't have to complain to the ladies downstairs anymore. But fast, right is right.
What day of the week do you?
Thursday.
It's on Thursday. What time of the day?
Well, they come at different times, but normally if they pick it up by 3 o'clock, they're not gonna pick it up. And so what I told the lady downstairs, she said, well, did she have it side the road? So I start taking pictures. So I have a date stamp. The trash set on Wednesday night. And if need to go forward, then I'm willing to go forward with it, but I'm not gonna just continue to pay a service that I'm not getting run for.
Okay, can you repeat your address, please?
121 North MacArthur Drive.
Mr. Williams, I'm on that same Thursday schedule, and I just wonder if maybe, because they're good as gold to me. But like I said, mine comes every Thursday. It's after lunch sometime. So have you been there long?
It's been there 4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
Oh, 4 years. Can I be
It's
there by
the
now?
only residential property.
Yeah, I'm the last house now. There's another house there, but it's vacant. They don't ever pick up trash there. They're on McComb.
Oh, you back up. You on the pond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
but, you know, it
I
just,
was thinking the other way. I'm
No,
sorry.
there's
Having
a lot
all
of
this
houses
out there,
down
so I
that
know
way.
exactly where you're talking
But
about. Yeah, I'm on that
the
same route.
last, house, next to the last house on the right.
Okay.
And they might pick it up, or they might not. It just, I don't know.
And the can's always out by the road.
Every Wednesday night, I'm
Okay.
a sticker.
Same here, like
Yeah,
I said
I'm a
here.
sticker on that.
Well, I'm so sorry. I think
So-
that maybe we could hopefully fix that for you.
Please do.
Tell you what, my name is Cheryl, and if you'll start communicating with me, I know the district manager, and I bet we can get it picked up.
I appreciate it. I do.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank
And
you, Mr.
I'm
Williams.
sorry you got locked out.
Yeah, I mean, I went until one of the officers drove by, and I was waiting down.
Okay.
I appreciate you, Don.
All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. All right, get a motion to adjourn our meeting.
So moved.
All right, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, council and audience. Thank you, Madam Attorney.
No problem.
Mr. Pollard, thank you for sharing that. You know, when I first moved to Camilla, Jesse Atkins was on the first T-line team that I ever had. Jesse, he was on my very first team. He's the same age as my son. So I love Jesse since he was 5 years old, and I'm so proud of him. He's just done such a great job. I think they're in Lexington. It's on the way over. It's over that way. So, they will be close to one. It's in one day, field events, and it's all there.
Yeah, it's all there. Maybe that it was a Centennial, not Centennial, but,
The
Blue
Mills.
Mills.
You know, they've moved a lot of those things. It used to always, everybody was always moving on what happened, but I do think we should share.